and welcome to It's Just Perfume, a Lucky Scent podcast where we talk all things perfume. I'm your host, Stephen Gontarski. It's back to school time, and whether or not you're in school, it's a really nice time of year to just have a good reset and start a new cycle. So Dana Buchanan and I sat down and we talked about different fragrances that we had in mind for this time of year. What is your reset fragrance? We'd love to know. This was a lot of fun, this conversation, and I really hope you enjoy it as well. Dana.
Steve.
It's so fun sitting, chatting with you. And you know what's funny? I brought a few different outfits to come to do this today. And one of them was this jacket. And if you're just listening to it, I'll describe it. It's kind of a tweed jacket.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I thought, is it too dressy? But usually we have this weird ESP thing happening where we come matching. And look at you. You only happen to be wearing this insane paisley robe.
Isn't it great?
You look so good.
I'm obsessed with it. I feel like a dignified British man.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like
we are really serving
yes.
English manor house elegance.
Yes. I love it.
Who knew?
Favorite aesthetic.
Oh my God. Well, I'm just so glad that we still have our weird clairvoyant thing happening.
Yes, I know. Is that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this just feels kind of cozy, but also a little autumnal. And
definitely.
We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. So.
Do you think because we smell so much perfume that it's opened our psychic energy?
Is that why?
I don't know.
That's how it created a portal.
I'm positing this argument right now.
Yes, I love it. Yes. We are made of perfume, for sure.
We're made of perfume. Yes. I think all of ourselves are perfume.
At least 90%.
Yeah. Definitely. So today's theme is back to school.
Yes.
It's been a long time since we were in school.
Yes, it has. Back to school, and then I'm adding on and things we've been excited about.
Definitely. And it's mid-September, and so it's kind of, let's welcome autumn. Although in LA, it's kind of different because we don't get autumn until November.
Yeah, if that.
If that, exactly.
Yes, but my heart is in autumn in August.
Absolutely.
So once I've realized I get really excited like before the actual season approaches. So like before summer really hit, I was like super into tropicals and tropical flowers, and I want to smell like I'm on an island somewhere beautiful. And like I still love all those, and I still am wearing some of them, but I have a foot in autumn right now. Like I'm ready for like all the fall things.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I am really most of the year, honestly.
Well, just look at us. I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Did you like the whole back to school period when you were actually in school?
You know, it was a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I was not the best student. So in that regard, not really. Homework and all that.
Yeah.
But I did love the kind of like newness of everything. Like you have to get new school clothes and new backpack, and you get to like, I love like picking out the little, like the color that I want and the details, and like, you know, and all the little like, what kind of folders am I going to have? Like what's my vibe this year?
Totally.
That kind of a thing. I loved all that stuff. Like you get kind of, it's like the anticipation of it all. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So.
Now, did you go to school where you could wear your clothes, or was it a uniform situation?
It was uniform most of my life. Yeah.
Okay.
Uniform.
So you couldn't really meticulously plan out your, here I am.
You know, you'd
look.
be surprised. There are ways around a uniform, and I definitely found them. No, you could. It was a little stricter in elementary school. Once I got to high school, you can kind of add your own accessories a little bit easier. Yeah. And I would wear, I found a pair of like really silly like combat boots. Like I would wear, they were like, I thought they were steel toe, and then I think someone stepped on them and it was like dented, and I'm like, oh, never mind. But I would wear those with my like skirt uniform, and then
you were allowed to wear combat boots?
And actually then I discovered, then we had, they let me, and then I had, you know, there's certain things they'd be like, oh, that's looks, you know, like certain rules I guess they would have about the way, like if they got too beat up, maybe I couldn't wear them, but when they were new, they were fine. And then we were able to wear pants finally, so I wore like baggy pants. So, you know, and then like it's like jewelry and different things we could kind of add to our arsenal, and then makeup I think we're allowed to wear.
That is so fun.
Yeah, so you find a way around.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
when it was more like elementary school uniform, you still had to like go and get the skirt and the sweater and the whatever you're wearing and measure them and get the right sizes. And it was a whole thing.
Yeah,
so it was definitely a lot of work.
I mean, it's kind of liberating to think when you would choose your back to school look. Basically, it's a great reset.
Yes.
It's like, you know what?
Start
in the
fresh.
past, I was that and I'm over it. So here is the new me.
Exactly. Especially like going into high school or like once you're in high school.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
Especially when you start feeling that you're kind of grown up and kind of adult. So you're going to look at and you're going to have your own persona happening.
Yeah. You didn't wear uniforms, right?
No. Oh my God. I would spend probably all of August thinking about what my back to school look would
Amazing.
be.
Of course. That's a lot of work. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah.
Now, you know what? Even though I've always been into scent, I wasn't as meticulous about what scent am I going to wear on the first day of school. Although I did wear something, but maybe because I didn't have such a big collection. It's kind of whatever I was wearing at the time.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have like a signature scent kind of thing that I did when I was in school.
You didn't wear perfume in high school?
No, I did, but I don't remember like putting it on to go to school, like specifically.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't, but I don't remember that being part of my ritual as much. I mean, everything was scented, shampoo and everything else you use. So there's always some kind of scent. And then I think I've told maybe this in one of our other podcasts, but I found a little bottle of cool water.
That's so.
And it was like a little flacon or whatever. And I just like would dab it on my hand and I'd like smell it throughout the day. Unlike most of my coworkers, I love cologne. I'm a apologist.
Look, me too.
I'm a cologne apologist.
Me too. I like it.
I think it smells like cucumbers and water. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
fun.
How nice,
but
refreshing.
Also, at that time, I didn't know what that was. I just thought it smelled kind of like water and kind of made me feel refreshed.
Yeah. By the way, for those who aren't familiar with cologne, it is an aroma chemical. I think it smells kind of like melon. It's watery smelling.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's one of the key components to those aquatic, fresh style fragrances.
Yes, exactly. It's in a lot of ones you've smelled.
Yeah. Became really popular in the 90s for sure. But lately I've been hearing about people who smell a specific dead fish smell from cologne.
Probably also why I like it, because I love a stinky seaweed note. I love it.
I like seaweed too.
I love like being on the beach and that like rotten smell of like, seaweed and brine, and I love ambergris. I mean,
me too.
I
like all that like rugged ocean smells.
I
definitely.
always tell like Johnny, I always tell him like, I think my version of oud is ambergris.
Yeah.
In the sense of like a real funky
definitely.
Kind of thing.
You can start hearing the seagulls as you smell.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Cold ocean.
Yes.
So even though most of the people listening and watching are probably not in school anymore, it's just kind of that nice
kind of reset.
Yeah, reset. Yes. Kind of. I guess a lot of people do go on vacation in the summertime, so it's like back to work. How am I going to do things differently now?
Yeah, and even if your day to day isn't changing too much, at least for me, even living in LA with not real distinctive seasons, it does help me kind of get through the year. I feel like the more I've leaned into embracing each season as it comes in various ways, like even what I have in my house or what I wear and everything else, and including scent. I feel like it just makes me feel more excited about the season. It gives me like something to be hopeful for.
Yeah.
And in these dark times, we need a little hope.
Absolutely.
So it's just leaning into the excitement of like the little things.
For sure. Definitely. I think because there isn't a big change in temperature in Southern California, I mean, in the winter, it does get cold, especially at night. Yeah, believe me.
I've said this before. It's cold.
Yeah. But certainly in September feels like high summer. But the way I see that the season is changing is the light, because it starts getting darker earlier. And I know a lot of people find that depressing, but I love that.
I do too. I'm kind of split because I love a long summer night. I mean, there's something so nice about being able to sit outside and it's 8 p.m. and you're like, it's still not dark, and you have an Aperol spritz outside.
It's great coming home from work and it's still light out.
Really nice. You feel like you have so much more of a day. So I do love that. But then I also get excited as it starts getting darker earlier.
Me too.
It's that cozy weather.
Yeah. And also there's just this really sweet melancholy with it getting darker.
A little ennui.
Yeah.
Always nice.
Yeah. Speaks to me. Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. We have some really amazing fragrances. And I guess we kind of roughly chose these to follow this theme of back to school. Who are you going to be? And I suppose what's specific about these fragrances, how they kind of influence the way you feel about yourself. Like maybe you'll carry yourself a little differently because you happen to be smelling this way.
Absolutely. I think that's very true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Lucky Scent sent out an email back to school, but that was a little while ago. But I loved how they split it up into
Very cute.
like the theater kids and the music prodigies. That
well
was
done.
really cute. Love that.
Yeah, I love that. That was great.
So what kid do we want to be with these fragrances?
Exactly. And we have a couple of those, I think, and then plus some of our, like you said, our own picks.
Just things that we like.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't going to mention this because I didn't know how it fit into this theme, but lately so many people have been loving this scent. This is from the Mischief Academy. It's called The Jungle Book.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite from the line.
It's really cute, isn't it?
It's cute, but it's also like I expected all of them to be just the way they look. I thought they were going to be really sweet.
Really sweet,
and like really saccharine and kind of more cutesy, and they are lovely. But I actually think they're really nice and they're kind of balanced, and a lot of them are very fresh, or, you know, some of them are warm and spicy. But this one is this beautiful green bouquet of like, I get, I think a little fig, a little apple.
Definitely. I smell those.
Yeah. And then
I get a little bit of that linden blossom too.
Blossom. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's much fresher and brighter and a little more floral than I was expecting.
Yeah. I don't think it smells jungle-like.
I don't really either.
No, it doesn't have that humidity.
But I do think it smells green.
It's very green.
So I feel like just based on the color of the label, it makes sense to me. So I can like go, okay, this smells like
I think of it as more as sun-dappled leaves than jungle.
I would agree with that. I would agree. Yeah, it's not very balmy.
Not balmy.
To use another favorite word of mine that I know Emmy also
For
likes.
sure. Yeah, it's a good word.
It's a great word.
I do like the fruit in here. It gives it just the right amount of sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
And pear?
Yeah, it's definitely.
I think I smell pear.
I think so too. Apple, pear, maybe.
Yeah.
It's one of those or both. I can't remember what the notes are actually, but one of our regulars, Gian, she's an author. She's so sweet, and she brought her son, and he's in high school, I believe.
Yeah.
And she was buying him a new scent for the year. So back to school, and that's what he chose.
I love that pick.
Love
it's cute. It's kind of innocent.
It is, and it also isn't too anything. I feel like that's nice and pleasant. That's what they were talking about too. They're like they don't want to like something too strong, and also not too sweet, and just something that he can wear daily and smell good. Because
we know in the past couple of years, especially, there's been this big rise in perfume with that age group, teenagers.
Yes, teenage boys.
And what really surprised me was how grown up the scents were. They were going for very luxurious, bold scents.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't have kids, but I would think if I had a kid that age, I'd be like, what's your rush? Like, why don't you wear something sweet and innocent? And this would be probably what I want my kid to wear.
Yes. Although I did wear like Goutal, but it was Petit Cherie, so I guess,
For sure, yeah. And, when I was that age, it was the 80s. And so there was really no such thing as fragrance for young people. You just wore the big heavy hitters.
Yes. Right,
totally. Exactly. Oh, that's really lovely.
Yeah.
This one surprised me. You always surprise me, Dana.
I have a couple surprises in store.
You really do. So this is La Danza delle Libellule, the exceptional version.
Correct. And let's just say that one more time because it is maybe my favorite name of a perfume we carry.
Let's hear it.
La Danza delle Libellule. That is such a fun, yummy, sentence. I love that.
Now, this has been around a long time. We love to show this because most people, when they smell it, instantly love it.
Oh, yeah. And
apples and cream.
All the time. I mean, it's just a favorite. It's so well loved. They're a great Italian brand, Nobile, 1942. But I chose the exceptional, which I
did not know you were wearing this.
Well, I have to tell you, I still tell people often that I love both versions, and I do.
Yeah.
I also think both versions are great, and I think you can't go wrong with either one. I like that they make a travel smaller size of the original.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I encourage if they're looking for something smaller, I'm like, that's a great, do that, and I've worn that one many times. The only reason, and I used to actually, and I've said before, I think I prefer the original because it's a little creamier to me. But just lately, something about, I think they just amped up the apple in this version. Oh. It's a little more fruity. And then I do get a little bit more of a cinnamon spice, which I don't really get in the original. And I hadn't noticed that part until I actually started wearing this one.
Yeah.
And so I do feel like it has just a little bit more. It has that crisp apple, but it's like kind of just like at an 11. It's just a bigger apple, and it's really refreshing. So maybe because it's still kind of warm here, but we're transitioning into like cooler months, it's like that feeling of like this still cuts in the heat, but it also feels a little like fall.
Yeah, the really apple,
kind of straddles both worlds.
That kind of cooling sensation of bobbing for apples.
Yes. And this one also is supposed to be a little stronger, a little longer lasting. Yeah. So if that's a thing you don't like from the original, you might like this version better.
Can you picture the occasion when you wear this scent?
This feels very like for me in a way. Like, I mean, but also I guess people like this out in the world. So, I mean, I think it would be more like casual daytime. Not that you couldn't wear it to dinner or something, but, you know, maybe going to see a movie or going like shopping or going on errands. I just feel like you just like smell good.
And you're wearing a t-shirt and jeans.
Like casual. Yeah. That's kind of how it feels to me.
Yes,
exactly.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something very comforting about it too.
Comforting.
Yeah. It's just that perfect level of sweetness.
Totally. I think of La Danza as cozy and comforting in general.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, both of them.
This one here is Matcha Ice Cream from Theodoros Kalotinis.
Love.
And we are still riding this matcha wave.
We are.
Yeah.
And I love matcha, so why not? Let's do it. I like to drink matcha. I like smelling matcha. I will say, though, I have a twist on what this actually feels like to me. Not to discredit the name or the intention going into this perfume, but to me, I feel like this smells like key lime pie.
Oh.
With matcha sprinkled like kind of like on top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting this like tart, tangy, limey, like not typical matcha smell, but then it is in there. But I'm getting this creamy, tart, limey thing that is a key lime pie.
You cracked the code. That is 100% what I'm smelling.
I hope we don't offend Theodoros.
No, but who doesn't like a key lime pie?
I mean, right? It smells great. But
I went through a phase in college where someone taught me how to make key lime pie, and it was so easy. You just took sweetened condensed milk and squirted some lime in there. It was so easy. You put it in a graham cracker crust. Yum.
Yes. When you go to like the Florida Keys, they have, you know, key lime everywhere because it's I think where it originated.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like you can get drinks and desserts and everything is like key lime flavor. It's awesome.
Definitely.
I love it.
No, I'm with you 100% because I think the smell of matcha, tea smells, you really remember that it's a plant.
Yes.
It's vegetal smelling. Yes. This, not so much. This is more of that fresh lime and creaminess, definitely.
With a little hint of that. Kind of vegetal maybe, but and I mean, and I will say from the rest of the line too, I mean, I love like tiramisu is incredible. You know, we'll probably talk about those later. Marzipan.
They're so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know we've been talking about gourmand a lot. We even said, they're on the decline, but still,
here we are.
There are some amazing gourmands that everyone seems to love.
Yeah, it's true.
What do we have next?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about? What's something that like kind of lit
you up? Do you know
up?
what? I just discovered this and I'm really feeling it. It's called Matchbox Romance and it's from a brand called Binaurale.
Yeah, we just got them in too.
Yeah.
Really.
I believe that they're from Miami.
Oh, okay.
The brand is from Miami. And I read that it's a couple who started this brand, and one is an artist and the other is a writer.
Oh, cool.
So that's kind of interesting.
Creative, yeah, I love that.
And the bottle is really cute. I like the design.
Yeah,
it's
very unusual.
Playful.
It doesn't look like anything else we have, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
The top is kind of, imagine a globe that
melted.
Or maybe like an elementary school child with clay made a globe.
I think it looks like this one, not as much as the others because of the colors, but I think they kind of look like chewed up bubble gum balls.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You know, like a gum ball that was like kind of melted.
Do you remember Nerds, that candy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
kind of has the nerd shape.
Yeah, that's true.
I was talking about that with Johnny. Can you imagine how as kids we just ate carnauba wax with artificial
Constantly,
flavoring?
all the time. Yes. Yes, that is so true. And don't forget the corn syrup because that was also
lots of corn syrup.
Yeah. And we're still standing.
We're still here.
Knock on wood. Oh God.
So this, I love.
Let me smell this.
I think it's the cardamom that is really speaking to me in this scent.
Oh yeah, tons. It's beautiful. I love cardamom.
And you were talking about its similarity to Thé Noir from Le Labo.
Does remind me a bit of that.
Sure, I get that too.
And I feel like not trying to be a dupe, just kind of like how Rose Steady, Belle we mentioned, we love that one too. It reminds me of Thé Noir, but it has a really beautiful, like distinctive rose note.
Yes.
I feel like this has more cardamom, or maybe
Definitely.
that one doesn't have cardamom, I don't know. But this definitely has like these like warm, like, or actually no, sorry, cool spices, I'm going to say.
Definitely,
cool spices.
yeah. In fact, I think of it more as a cardamom, lightly spicy, just really beautiful. And I love how it's warm on my skin. It smells warm. Beautiful. I love it. So, and I'd have to look this up. I'm not sure who designed Thé Noir, but the perfumer who did Matchbox Romance is Frank Vogel.
Okay.
And he's done so many for Le Labo. Have you ever heard of Santal 33?
I think it rings a bell. I think so. Maybe.
He did that.
Yeah.
He did the Musk, the LA exclusive for Le Labo. He's done the Iris.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I gave it to an ex. I had a bottle of
did?
it. Yeah,
oh, no.
I know. I thought it was like a noble thing. You take it.
I wish that you could share custody of that.
I know. Well, and it's like, and then I was like, what have I done? What have I done? Because I now have to go buy it again. Yeah. I mean, I think that the Thé Noir also has a little bit of eucalyptus. Maybe. So does Abyssé from L'Artisan Parfumeur, another fragrance that we put in that Thé Noir world. Yeah. And I feel that I'm really getting the eucalyptus today in Matchbox Romance. And just a fun fact, because a lot of people say the noir, which I get because sometimes the accent isn't on the THE, but it's Thé Noir because it's tea. That's French for tea.
Black tea.
So if you didn't know, it's also got a lot of tea in it, which I love. I love a tea scent.
Yeah. I was wearing this yesterday and really fell in love.
Cool.
Yeah. I was just singing its praises and a customer came in and because we haven't had this fragrance very long. And I think he was picking up on my energy and enthusiasm for this fragrance because he bought it.
Oh, amazing. Well, I also think it's perfect for, like we were saying, but transitional. It's like perfect because it's not, so it doesn't feel heavy, but it does feel spicy and a little different than, a typical summer fragrance or whatever.
There's a lot going on and that's why I like this.
I agree.
Really, really nice.
Well done. Cool.
Okay. Another one that surprised me was if you're watching, you'll see that there's no bottle. So we're going to just pretend that it's here.
Pretend I'm holding it
and
right here.
it's Dead Air from Oddity.
Yes.
And this one I feel was completely out of the blue. I had no idea you were going to select this.
I'm trying to remember why I did. And I think it was, I can't remember if it was a fragrance fitting I was doing and I was trying to think of something, like find something that had the right, or I feel like it was something at the store where I was just like, maybe I was looking up the notes and I cannot remember, but I have to tell you, it like snuck up on me. I completely ignored this scent when they came in. Everyone loves Naked Dance. I feel like that's our number one seller. A few people like Resonant. I think it's nice.
And Delulu has been very popular.
And Delulu's great. I love Rhubarb. Yeah, I mean, they're all good. And I remember smelling through all of them being like, oh, I like them. But it just kind of didn't speak to me at the time. Maybe I didn't try it on skin. And then what I realized with Dead Air is actually the notes are perfect and I can't believe I missed these notes for this long because it says, I wish I could read it off, like, see it right now, but it's basically like crushed leaves, like wet earth, or it's like something like a combination of like wet leaves and like salty sea air and I think maybe crushed violets or something, or maybe some version of all of that. So basically it's like wet stone, which is one of my favorite notes. Relique d'Amour, hello. And then it's like a grown-up, not cologne, but doing that watery thing a little bit, without being melony. But there's like this like damp earthiness. It's like wet earth and like these like leaves, like you picture walking like in the woods by the ocean though, because this is my favorite part, is this like salty ozonic note. So there's a saltiness there, and then that like it's like you trampled on some violets, so they're a little decayed, a little muddy, a little wet and salty, and so the whole combo is so like forest in the fall. It's just like
I love that.
It makes me so happy. I didn't realize how beautiful it was. And
I think it's super interesting. So, of course, sea salt is an important part of that fragrance. And patchouli.
Yes.
Lots of patchouli. So it reminds me of this particular note that I also smelled in Eau de Merveille from Hermès.
Yeah.
And I always liked, I don't know if it is a sea salt effect, but I could smell sea salt in that fragrance. And it's the same type of note that's in Dead Air.
I bet they're using the same thing or
Yeah.
something. No, yeah.
I love, and that with the patchouli, it kind of brings me to that perfume a little bit. And I like your image was really stunning, but the image I have in my mind with that scent is a salt flat at night.
Cool, yeah.
With just a full moon.
Beautiful. Yeah. Love that.
Because, and I think of the air being very still.
Right, yeah.
Hence the dead air at night.
Yes, yeah.
But definitely the salt is coming through and just kind of caressing you in this way.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just think it's so special and well done. And if you're looking for, this is not a gourmand. This is definitely, if you want earthy patchouli kind of vibes.
Definitely.
And I've been in that mood lately. I'm wearing a lot of patchouli.
Well, okay, here's something else that surprised me. You picked Psychédélique from Jovoy.
Yes.
And we've had this around for a long time.
Yes.
It definitely has a lot of fans. And I would describe this as a sweeter, ambery patchouli. Yeah. And I know that you wear Gothic One from Lori Rodkin.
All the time.
But I didn't know that you were a fan of this fragrance as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't either.
It's a recent discovery.
Discovery.
Oh my God. Talk about it, please.
So I think I was looking for I was just looking through patchoulis, because it's like sometimes, in plain sight, it's like it's been there forever. And I've known, and I think also because it's sort of a popular one. And I feel like, not that there's anything wrong with this, but a lot of guys tend to gravitate toward it and they come in just to get it or whatever. So I don't know, maybe I just kind of overlooked it a little bit. It's kind of like, maybe not for me. And then I don't know, maybe my tastes have, I know my tastes have changed. My nose maybe has changed, but I put it on and it is strong and it does last and you don't need a lot. But I put it on my arm and I was smelling myself for hours and I was like, oh my God. And then even after I showered, I smelled a little hint of it, but in a good way, not in a norlimbinol way, not like crazy, gnarly aroma chemical way. It was just that and I feel like some people are not going to love this, so please don't come at me. But I got almost a little of that, that clean white musk in the very bottom of it.
For sure.
When it was on, after I kind of washed it off, there was just this almost a soapiness. But I was thinking about it. Delle by Aste de Vilat has that soapy patchouli thing as well.
Yes.
So maybe it's something to do with that.
Yes.
It's kind of it's like a note that they're both using, because I got that at the very end and I was like, oh my God, I love how this smells on my skin after it's been gone or dried for a long time.
You know what? There is that association. I remember one time a customer came in and she was older and she kept saying she wanted something clean smelling. So, I just assumed citrus, linden blossom, those kinds of things. Yeah. She wasn't liking any of those. And I'm like, I'm not giving her what she has in her mind. Right. What is it? And then somehow she stumbled upon a patchouli fragrance and loved it and said, this is what I'm talking about. Now, most of us who talk about perfume wouldn't really consider patchouli as a clean
No, actually the opposite, kind of dirty.
Very earthy and dirty.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dirt.
But I started understanding where she was coming from. And I realized a lot of soaps and powder puffs they were scented in a chypre style. And there was actually a lot of patchouli in those.
So much
like
sense.
those guest soaps that you would have in your house. Yeah. They basically smell chypre like.
That makes so much
sense. And
sense.
there's tons of patchouli in there.
Yes, exactly.
And then I'm so glad you mentioned Delle from Aste de Vilat, because a few days ago I was at a Indian supermarket here in LA. And whenever I go to Indian supermarkets, I spend lots of time smelling incense and soaps. So, of course, I did that. And there is this one soap. It's called Mysore Sandalwood, I think. Yeah. It's iconic. Yes. And I smelled it. It smells just like Delle from Aste de Vilat.
Yeah, love that.
And I guess now we know, because we're used to detecting notes and stuff, it probably has just tons of patchouli.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. And that's what and then I do like the little bit of ambery vanilla sweetness in Psychédélique as well, because I do think it has a little bit of that warmth and it's not only that dry down. It's also got a different thing at the beginning. And actually it's funny, when I had it on, I had my partner smell it, and he was like, I'm getting some spices. I'm getting and he said, I think he said almost like nutmeg or something on my skin. And I don't know if that's listed, and I'm not saying that's what it will smell like to everyone, but there's almost a little kind of spiciness in the top layer of it too, which I thought was really nice.
You know, and looking at you with this amazing paisley dressing gown.
That's what I should smell like,
This
right?
is what I would choose for you. Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like it's in the mood when I'm in that mood. This is what I want.
This smells like how you look right now.
Yes, thank you. And actually, sorry, I have to just bring this up because you were going to bring a bottle, or one of us was going to bring a bottle. I think we forgot it. But Empire des Indes.
Oh, I have it. It's in my bag over there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Just because the Nag Champa, I was thinking when you were talking about the incense.
It's in that tote bag. I loved it when Dana gave her stamp of approval on Empire des Indes because it's not new. We've had it around for a bit. And I always forget that you're an amber fan. Like you love Musc Ravageur from Frédéric Malle.
But you know what's funny is I always say I'm not an amber fan. See, this is a whole. I've had so many moments like this lately where I'm like, I like powdery. I like powder.
I think you like most things.
I think I do.
You're
I mean,
very open to perfume.
Well, and I think also it's like it doesn't mean that you have to be identified as this one kind of note or style forever. It also doesn't mean that that's all I like all the time.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I get people being more decisive and direct, and especially, you know, if you don't work in a perfume shop and you're not going to pay for all these things, like, I get it. Like, you know, you have to like pick something that you're actually going to wear and love. But I do think there's something to like being open-minded that even if it doesn't kind of hit you right then, it might kind of speak to you down the road and maybe revisit something later. But this one, so yeah, I always think I don't love ambers as much as I love like kind of a musk scent, like a clean musk. Yeah. Because ambers to me can be a little heavy. I mean, a lot of ambers are very heavy.
Sure.
And sometimes, and I don't really tend to wear super heavy stuff in general.
Right.
I feel like the heaviest I kind of go for me is like a patchouli usually. Like I love patchouli. And even then I do a lot of oils. And then I layer it with something else. But what I discovered when I was exploring the amber shelf, and I was like, okay, I'm like, this one, because I love Ariza Legrand, obviously. We know this. I love Relique d'Amour. And so I sprayed it on, and it just has, so they list, so I forget who it's for now, but it was apparently created for royalty that was visiting, I think, maybe from India or somewhere. So it was meant to be like a little spiced and like warm amber. And they're using Nag Champa and I believe Champaka flower, which is really cool. I love those notes. And then benzoin.
Yes.
And then on my skin, I also get this like spicy cookie. And it's not a gourmand. It does have a sweetness to it, but I wouldn't call this a gourmand. So I don't mean like a literal cookie, but there's something kind of cookie, spicy, sweet, like a little dusting of like spices and sugar in this like benzoin cloud.
I love that.
If that makes sense.
Well, by definition, an amber has vanilla.
Yeah.
In fact, when you speak to perfumers who kind of come from the more classical French tradition, when they talk about vanillas, their understanding of it is more like an amber style perfume and not a gourmand, really. Because gourmands weren't so much of a thing in classical French perfumery. Right. So, yeah, the vanilla's there.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of lavender in this. Just very distinguished.
Yeah, sure. I know, it's just so, something about it is so elegant.
And even though I just said that Psychédélique from Jouvois is the way you look, I was wrong. This is how you look.
Also the tassel.
Empire des Indes. The tassel.
The art on the bottle.
The reference to India. I believe paisley is an Indian print.
Yep. Yeah, I find it just so like enveloping, and it also just feels like you would smell this in like a study, like in like an old like house somewhere. I don't know, just like this is the kind of smell someone would have on there.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't even know, like man, woman, doesn't matter. I think it's for everyone, whoever wants to wear it. All perfume is for everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just mean like specifically, I don't think this is like, even though I think they created it maybe for like a princess, I want to say, I don't feel like it's
incredible. If you like amber, then, I mean, this is a very classical amber. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just amazing. I wish there was a candle that smelled like this. And on a rainy autumn night.
Yes, this is the one.
This is the candle I would like.
Absolutely. Well, you just take your perfume and spray it in the air a little bit.
Absolutely. Why not?
Why not? Beautiful.
Beautiful. While we're talking about vibes and atmosphere, this is Jazz from Zernell. Zernell Gillie. And we know his brand. Well, Zernell is a
customer.
He's a customer,
Long
and he's
time.
a DJ.
Yes.
A very established DJ. He goes around the world for his DJ sets.
I think that was his, well, as far as I know, first career. Like when we met him just as a customer, that was what he was doing full time, I believe.
He still does it. And he came out with this incredible line of perfume, and they're all named after musical genres.
Which makes perfect sense.
They're all fantastic. A lot of them are fruity.
Yeah, I would say on the fruitier side in general is the style, with a lot of other components and elements, of course. But I think this one kind of stands apart slightly.
It's my favorite from the brand. I love it. This is jazz. We both listen to jazz.
And I was going to say I'm also a little influenced because of the name.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Definitely.
Yeah, I just love jazz.
But it makes me think of a jazz bar.
Same.
Yeah, having a whiskey, has nice spices, a nice little bit of amber, tobacco.
Yeah, a little sweet, a little like caramelized. There's like the color even kind of feels like how it smells to me.
Definitely.
Of the bottle and the liquid and everything. It just like makes me feel that vibe for sure.
100%. Yeah. I love it. I mean, it smells like candlelit bar at night listening to late 50s bebop jazz.
Absolutely.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
In fact, I put it on earlier, and I love what it's doing on my skin.
Oh, nice.
It gets a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more spicy in the dry down.
Yeah. That suits your look, I think.
You know what? I think it does.
Yeah, because it's like a mix of old and new.
Yeah.
And we both have our loafers on, which is pretty funny, too. Same shoes, kind of.
Oh, this is wonderful. Okay. I actually grabbed this
I love that.
from the store because I knew that you like wearing this.
Yes.
And I love it too. Jardins de Misfah. This is from Une Nuit Nomade, but this is the Extrait version.
Yes, and I prefer it.
Why?
Well, I love the original Jardins de Misfah. I think it is beautiful. I've worn it. And
I love that one too.
When I smelled this, I don't really know exactly how to explain it other than it's what I wanted the original to be. Not that I don't like the original, but something about this version of it just kind of brought it home for me. It's just a little bit deeper, a little bit smoother. I get a little bit less of a syrupy sweetness, and I get more of like a deeper, darker, richer kind of like sweetness.
Yeah.
And then I think the rose in there is really beautiful and true.
You know, just
it's a little rosier.
as you said rose, that's exactly what I started smelling.
I'm definitely influenced by the bottle, and I also love the new bottles, and I love the box that comes. I think the whole thing just looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's like midnight blue and gold, and it's just so pretty. But I will also say, I think the original I think of as like the garden, so it's like a Moroccan garden or something like that, with like all the lush greenery and the like honey dates and figs and flowers, and but it's in the original one is in the daytime, and it's like in the middle of the day, and it's warmer and more golden, and a little more sunlit. And I think this Extrait version, and I am looking at the bottle thinking of nighttime, but I think that's the intention. It feels like that same garden, but at night.
Yes.
So it's just a little deeper, more lush.
Oh, I'm with you. Oh my God, just smelling it
It's so pretty.
again
I
like
can smell
this.
it from here. It's really
with your
wafts.
description, I'm like, this is my favorite perfume. I love this.
I want to have a Moroccan mint tea.
Whoa. And am I crazy? Why do I keep saying everything is eucalyptus? Do you get just like a tiny...
Well, there's so many green notes in both of them.
Yes.
Like they really have great green notes. So sure,
Beautiful.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And fig. I forget how important fig is to this scent until I smell it again.
And then I picture like, like a date with like honey drizzled on it. I mean, like, like that kind of sweetness. It's like an earthy umami kind of sweetness.
Definitely.
With the like greenery surrounding you and the roses.
Yeah, because I wouldn't go as far as to say that this is a gourmand. I don't think it is.
No, I do think it's sweet, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we'd put this exactly.
Yeah,
I guess fruity. No, I don't know. It could be
we just put it on the gorgeous scents shelf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they really mastered.
Whoa, so many beautiful things swirling around in here.
Didn't our dear friend Carol, your good friend Carol, didn't she buy this and she loves it?
Did she?
Yeah, I believe so.
And she has such
she has
great
taste.
style.
Yeah, and style. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not surprised. Like, when she loved this, I was like, oh, this is how I picture her smelling.
if I smell this on someone walking past, I would definitely do a double take.
Yeah,
I'd be
absolutely.
like, who is that person?
And it seems like, at least when I've worn it, and I think in general, it seems like it does project well and last.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it definitely is a true Extrait in that sense.
Oh my goodness. I think if I were in school, I keep having these anxiety dreams where I just found out that I didn't in fact finish college and I have to go back for one semester. But I'm my age now and I'm like, I have to live in a dorm for a semester. It's so weird. And I'm like packing up to go and I'm like, but do I still keep doing my job while I'm in school? It's so weird. I keep having that. Anyway, let's say that happened in real life and I had to go back to college. This is what I'd wear.
I love it.
Because I'd want to intimidate and impress everyone with how great I smell.
Right, because you're a little older now, so you're like, I'm not going to just smell like cool water, no offense, but, you know.
Now, yesterday you texted me and you said, make sure you bring Love is Coming from the different company. And it's not really a scent that you've been wearing, but...
Not a ton. I mean, not for any reason. Just like how many things can you wear in a day? I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to it fully yet.
I just love the scent.
I think all of our coworkers are wearing it.
David is so into this.
I think, and Susanna is. She loves it.
Yeah.
So I think it just, I mean, I love the different company. And there's quite a few that I really enjoy.
Me too.
And I think that this is just so beautiful. It's like all the green of like a garden with like tomato stem. Really lush and beautiful green, but with a lot of lychee.
Yes.
And I think that juicy kind of fruity lychee combined with the green.
This is very fruit and vegetable market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting fuzzy tomato
Yes.
stem.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting actually, weirdly, and I hadn't thought of this before because it's definitely tomato, but I'm getting a little like fuzzy peach. When you said peach, I'm getting a little peach skin.
Definitely. Fuzzy. I'm smelling fuzzy.
Farmer's market's perfect because it's like if you think of like you have like a basket or a bag that has like the peaches next to the tomatoes, next to the chard, next to the, right?
Yes.
And they're all together in this bag. And so you're kind of getting this waft or, or on a, at the actual market.
Now, of course, there is that combination of blackcurrant and rose, which is the iconic combination of l'ombre dans l'eau from Dille and the bay candle. And this is very much that, but with this very specific fuzzy tomato stem that I don't really get in l'ombre dans l'eau.
Yeah, I think it's like, if you like that, you're probably going to like this.
Yeah.
I think they're very, very close, but I don't think it's a dupe or it's an exact replica of it. It's got its own twist. And I do think the lychee adds a little different component too. It's a little juicier.
Yeah.
And a little less rosy, I would say.
There's so many great textures in this scent.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
The bottle's pretty too.
I find it very refreshing.
It's very refreshing.
Yeah.
And again, I think this is perfect for like, you can definitely wear this in the heat.
Yeah.
But you can also very much wear this in the fall and winter. I think it goes all season.
And what a great name. Love is Coming, Chapter 2.
Well, remember we said where's Chapter 1? So
I don't think
know.
I want to know about Chapter 1.
Maybe we'll get Chapter 1 and it will be amazing. I'm just getting it the opposite direction.
Well, if it didn't have love in it, then, you know, let's get right to Chapter 2. Oh, that's stunning.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so good to smell these outside of the store because I get such a clearer read.
Well, that's why I'm so like probably annoyingly adamant that people try things at least outside or like spray them on skin and just like wear them even for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And then also just get your nose away from the thousands of scents you're smelling in the store because it's really hard, even if you can smell it and you're like, I love this. It's like, it's so different when you're home.
Yeah.
So if you can just like have a little on your skin and make sure you love it again, just stepping out and taking a breath of fresh air.
You have to test drive.
It really does help.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And when Emmy and I were talking about her Hall of Fame picks, we went off on this tangent talking about shampoo smells. Now, this Love is Coming, I don't think resembles any shampoo that I know, but I want there to be a shampoo that smells like this.
This would be a perfect shampoo smell. And it's funny because when you guys were talking about that, I was like, Herb Essences. That's what I wore. That's my childhood memory.
Great smell.
I remember wearing Herb Essences, and I remember discovering it because I wore, Pantene and everything else, of course, too. But I remember getting Herb Essences, and that kind of reminds me of that, and not in a way, not exactly, but I remember it was like the most lush, I'm using that word a lot, lush, but really like kind of watery, fresh, like fruity, as opposed to some of them were sweeter or more creamy. And that shampoo was so like, and it changed I remember that's what my hair smelled like for years. And I just love, like, in the shower, the commercials were like in the shower, and you could really, it's like, but they were really focused on the scent.
Waterfall or something?
Yes. And it really did kind of feel like that, though. I mean, it was
definitely.
like really like transporting, and I loved that. And it's funny because Emmy said she's using Rose, R-O-Z, Roz. I thought it was Roz. She said Rose. I like that better, so I'm going to say Rose.
Yeah.
I also just started using them, but I just got their little travel kit, and it is a little pricey. And so I just got the travel kit to try. So
I am not in on the loop when it comes to fancy shampoo because I never even heard of that brand, but okay, I need to discover it.
Yep.
Let's see what's going on here. This, I think, is beautiful. And we were talking about all these images we had in our mind when we talked about dead air. This is another one. It's called Nightchild, and it's from Epicron.
Beautiful.
This really takes me somewhere as well.
And I've been telling people this, so I hope that I'm right. But this is the One Day.
I believe,
creator.
it's also from Michael Wong, who is One Day.
Yeah.
He designed the other scent, and this one, Nightchild, I think it's called Twin Peaks, is the one that he designed.
Okay.
And this one's designed by Michael Nordstrand, a really amazing New York-based perfumer.
But the brand is not connected to One Day other than just Michael Wong?
Well, yeah, I think it's based in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And it's Michael Wong's
Because I've been telling
project.
people it's One Day, so maybe I'm...
Well, I mean, kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
Like Michael Wong is One Day,
Yeah,
for sure. Oh, this is
Well,
so
anyway,
beautiful.
I love One Day and I love
woodsy.
these. So I guess that's the through line there.
Yeah.
Is what a talent. What a
So talented.
beautiful.
So imagine Comme des Garçons Hinoki with maybe a little trail of arso from Profumum.
Oh my gosh.
And then on my skin, in the dry down, it goes into frankincense. It's the most perfect incense.
This is really, this is another one. This smells, I mean, I like how it smells in the store, but smelling it right now is like, wow,
Yeah.
really amazing.
It's stunning. And I believe that there is a story that goes with this fragrance. It's about being in a forest at night and having the moonlight come through the leaves, which in theory, I love this idea so much, except in reality, I think I'd be scared to go to a forest.
Oh, no, I love a forest at night. I'm all in.
You're not scared that a wild animal's going to attack you?
No. I mean, a little bit, but that's
So
the fun
be
of it. I go camping a lot. That's part of the fun. But, I'm going to say a little eucalyptus.
That's the theme for today.
Right? It's got to be in there. The theme is also nighttime, like night garden, night forest.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. This is such a true woods smell.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I like Twin Peaks too. I haven't worn it yet, but I think that one's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Just the tiniest bit of dank basement.
That's probably why I like it.
Yeah. We both love that smell.
Love a dank basement.
Yeah.
Give me a little mildew.
Yeah.
I'm in. I mean, dead air totally smells.
For
like
sure.
A little bit of that too. I mean, yeah.
No, I love an East Coast basement and
Same.
the forest at night.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
Just stunning. Okay. This is an oldie but goodie.
Yes.
Yeah, and
love her.
I associate this with you. This is such a Dana scent.
I think it is the first scent that I bought at Scent Bar.
Really?
After I started working.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is All That Matters from Anna Moore.
Yes.
But you are such a musk girl.
I am.
You are kind of an expert when it comes to musk, so please.
If an expert, because I wear them all the time, then sure. I don't know if I know much more than that. I just know that I like them.
Why this one?
Yeah, it's funny. I've had this, when you love something so much and then you show it to other people and they're kind of like, eh. And here's the thing. I get it. Musks in general, real hard to smell in the store. And for some reason, this one doesn't always seem to capture people. And I think it's because you just have to wear it alone separately outside on a different day.
Yes.
Which is really hard to know that you want it when you're smelling it in a store and trying to find something. So I don't know. Like, I'm always sort of shocked that more people don't love this one, but not saying that they don't. I mean, I think there's a lot of diehard fans here too.
Yeah.
But I just think this is like one of the best musks, in my opinion. So the notes they list are lily of the valley, sandalwood, and musk. And I don't wear a ton of sandalwood, or at least not like prominent sandalwood scents. I get maybe a hint of that, a little bit. I do get a little bit of that lily of the valley thing, which I really love, which gives it a little soapiness, a little soapy white floral kind of feeling. I love that. And then just that white musk that feels like your skin, but better. But there's something when I spray this on, I put a lot of it on and I kind of go nose blind to it, but then it'll kind of waft in and out a little, but I can still sort of smell it certain moments, maybe more than others. And I think I don't know. I think it's like maybe the floral in there just gives it a little different edge. Maybe it's just it's kind of like a gauzy cloud around you when you wear it. I feel really confident and like comfortable.
Yeah.
I also feel like I'm never going to like overpower anyone, but I definitely think you can smell it.
100%.
Even though I can't
definitely.
as much, you know, I feel like you can smell it, but I still don't feel like it's going to hit you in the face. I think it's more of like a hug.
It does that thing where when Luca Turin was on the podcast, he was talking about Baccarat Rouge as having a shape in the air. 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
So does this scent.
Yeah.
It very much has a shape.
Yeah.
And the thing about musk, quite like Baccarat Rouge, is even because they're big molecules, these are base notes. So they might be hard to detect, but they project like crazy.
And we all have to remember this, that like other people can smell it, even if we're not really smelling it.
I think my next door neighbor wears a musk, and I never see her around, but I always smell her.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, just going to my car, I smell this musk.
You have a very chic ghost, which I like to think. I had a chic ghost in an apartment I lived in.
Musk is a chic ghost.
Yes, I had one, and she smelled like I smelled her perfume in my apartment at certain times of night, and cigarettes.
Stop.
It was an old hotel from the 30s. I kid you not.
So it's not your current apartment.
It's a whole other story. No, but I also live in an old building. But
was it here in LA?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was it in Hollywood?
It was a built-in and like a vanity room, and it would smell like old-timey perfume and cigarettes only in the evenings at a certain time. And I never saw her, but I could smell her, and I would talk to her. I forget what I named her at the time.
That is absolutely crazy.
I swear, there's a lot of weird stuff in that apartment. God. It was great. I love a haunted apartment.
Dana, no wonder we read each other's minds. We are on the same wavelength. I lived in a flat in London that 100% was bona fide haunted.
Oh, everything is haunted in London. There isn't anything that isn't haunted, I swear.
The stories I could tell you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We could do a podcast just about the ghost stories.
There are many that I listen to, and I'm so down.
Whoa. Okay, I chose this. This is Akro, and the scent is called Breathe.
Beautiful.
I love it because you know me, give me a 90s kind of sporty, masculine scent. Right. I love it.
Talk about lavender, right?
Yeah, there's lavender. And David said that he loves it because he gets this nostalgia from the Hollister fragrances, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know those.
I know that people who aren't big scent nerds might hear all this and think that we're kind of criticizing or having a dig at this style of scent. And I love this style so much. I mean, really, honestly, give me a Banana Republic from the 90s, a masculine. I'm so on board with that. And these kinds of scents maybe remind me of that time period of when I was that age in the 90s.
Yeah, okay, cute.
It just gives me so much hope in life.
See, I don't know this one very well, to be honest. I liked it when I smelled it. Maybe I just don't have that reference.
This to me smells like dihydromercenol. If someone asked me, what does dihydromercenol smell like? Oh, yeah. That.
Okay.
Detergent like.
Yeah, love. Clean. Yeah. No, this is totally great.
But I love that.
It totally has everything you just said too. I'm smelling boys that I went to school with by smelling this, but in a good way. Like this is like when they smelled good.
Yeah, for sure.
Like on a date or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let's say we were in some weird movie at like Freaky Friday and I had to go back to high school at my age. I would definitely wear this scent.
Yeah, this is a really like interesting, like beautiful kind of like minimalist style of that. I feel like, because I feel like a lot of those were maybe a little too punchy.
Yes.
Or, and I feel like this is kind of pared down, even though Akro's kind of known for being very strong. I feel like maybe this wears well, like or long, but I feel like it's not too loud, if that makes sense.
Breathe is such a good name for this scent because it's very airy.
It is, yeah, I agree.
Oh,
it's nice.
I mean, at the end of this episode, we're going to choose something to put on, but I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. I'm going to put Breathe on. Because I like the contrast, because I feel that I'm dressed very old school British gentleman in a manor house. And this smells like a teenage American boy in the 90s. I
love it.
And, why not? Let's mix it up a little bit.
I'm going to put on Gap Heaven and just call it a day. Man. I don't have it anymore, sadly.
Whenever I talk about Gap Dream, people light up.
Yeah.
It really left an impression on so many people.
I was a Gap Heaven girl. Heaven was mine.
I had Heaven too.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Yeah. I think it's more of a musk.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. talk about very, very different from what we
Yes.
just smelled. This is Eau Sacrée from Gillie.
Although kind of on theme with like some of these incense scents that we're talking about, and woody and earthy.
Definitely. Kind of in the Nightchild vein.
Yeah.
I love this scent too.
I love it so much. So it's funny. A lot of people know and love Cardinal. Cardinal.
Yeah, from Gillie.
From Gillie. And I think it's great. It smells like true frankincense, and I get why people like it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've tried it on, and I just never liked it on me. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. It's just an incense. I guess it doesn't work on me, or at least not yet, because things change. Also, I will say I wear things I never thought I'd wear. But I tried Eau Sacrée because I was like, oh yeah, there's other incense, and I tried it one day, and I was like, oh, this just speaks to me. I don't know exactly why, if I have the words for it. I find it extremely comforting. And I don't know what it is exactly, because it doesn't remind me so specifically of an old church, although it very much is that.
Yes.
But I don't know. I get almost like an old cedar chest, like if you open the chest and put your head in to get a sweater that you were holding, like storing in there or something. Like, it's like you can kind of, it's like that musty, dry, which I normally like real damp and watery things, like dead air would be more that. But I feel like this has that like kind of dry, woody, spiced thing. And this beautiful, I get this really true cedar note.
This is so beautiful.
And then, I don't know, something else.
And even though I do smell labdanum in here, and let's say Mortel Noir from Trudon, I also smell a lot of labdanum. But that one, I get a stickiness from it.
Yeah.
Because I think of labdanum as being a very sticky smell.
I agree.
This is not sticky.
No. Do you mind spraying it, actually? Because I just want to, I want to revisit it. I'm trying to think if there's something
I don't
else.
know what's going on, but I feel that there's this phantom fruit note in here.
That's what I think that's what
Just
I mean.
at the edge of it.
There's something else in there, and I can't identify it. I don't know what it is, but it really... Yeah, maybe it is a fruit. I was...
What is it? Is it
I always
tea?
thought
Is
of
it
like
fruit?
a tea or a flower.
Yeah.
Like maybe, it kind of, maybe that's what it is. It also maybe reminds me of like tea in you open the tea box, or like something like tea inside of a cedar chest.
Yes.
And like dried flowers.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. A little dried roses.
flowers.
Picture that.
See?
But it doesn't smell like potpourri also, just to
Not
be
at
clear.
all.
I wouldn't say that, but...
This is beautiful.
Yeah, an attic. I get like an old attic
Yeah.
now that we're back to the haunted house.
Yeah, so we did the basement.
Yes,
so now we're in the attic.
attic. This is the attic. This is the cedar chest and the dried tea and flowers
Yeah,
that someone left in a chest, in a little satchel.
That is gorgeous. I don't have this in my collection. I don't know why not.
It looks like the bottle was something you should have.
Definitely. And incense as a genre is one of my favorites. I have so many incense perfumes.
I think that I will go so far as to say I think this is one of my all-time favorite incense perfumes, like top 3.
I can see why it deserves
something about
that.
it, right?
Yeah. And
again, I think this is meant to be more of an extrait. I do find it lasts and is strong.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stunning. Absolutely
Which,
stunning.
again, it's not my normal thing. I kind of like fleeting scents, but this one sticks around.
For sure.
But I love it.
This I just chose at the last second.
It's really fun.
Called Crush Balls, and it's from Diaz and Durga.
I giggle every time, like a 13-year-old boy, every time anyone says the name of this perfume.
There's a little tennis court motif on the bottle, and it's inspired by tennis balls.
It looks very Wes Anderson to me. It's very cute and cheeky and smells so green.
It's so green. So I don't smell tennis balls, but what I do smell is even better than that. So you know how I love the cypress candle from Diptyque?
Yes.
Cypress?
So do I.
It's one of my all-time favorites from Diptyque. I just never get enough of that smell. And I like to get it around Christmas time. And yesterday when I put Crush Balls on, it reminded me of the Cypress candle.
Beautiful.
I was just getting all those wonderful green notes. It's such a vibrant green smell.
It really is. And I know quite a few people have really liked it too. I mean, whether or not it reminds you of a tennis court or tennis balls doesn't really matter. It's just a great green.
Yeah. And then I started getting a little bit of the sappy green thing that's in Paradisi from Joram.
Well, that's my fave.
I love that. Yeah.
Love.
This, maybe because of its name, I mentally was in a much different space. And when I actually just smelled it and put it on myself, I love it so much more than I thought. And it's because of the cypress, because of the paradisi, because of the sap and the stems and all of those shades of green.
Totally. It's like a bunch of shades of green all together.
Yeah.
I would even use the word verdant.
It is very verdant.
I feel like it's very verdant.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I'm getting when I smell this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Comme des Garçons has a fragrance called Amazing Green. Mm-hmm. If that name didn't already exist, this should be called Amazing Green.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Beautiful.
Really fun.
Okay. Again, you surprised me. Fire at will.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you like a good vanilla.
Yeah. And you know what I was thinking is I have not been wearing as many gourmands, summertime, not as much. And then into falls, like that's when, okay. So we are wearing gourmands all year round, most of us, and definitely, love vanilla throughout the year. But I was just thinking, what is sort of like a good, like getting into the new season kind of vanilla. And, we've talked about a lot of them. We all love Tejota. We all love, Occident à la Vanille. There's so many great ones. And obviously Bianco Latte is very popular. It hasn't
Even
slowed down.
Delizia de Marshmallow from Kais, a lot of people think of that as a vanilla.
Great vanilla. Escapade Gourmand. But something about Fire at Will, I feel like, they compared a lot to Tejota, which I totally see.
Yes,
I
definitely.
very much get the comparison. It does. But I have to say, I sprayed them on my arms, and there is a difference in the way that they wear, at least for me.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm probably missing a few things, but I believe they list mimosa, the flower, and I believe they list brown sugar. And I love those notes combined with this kind of woody vanilla. So even though it's very much like, it's in the same category as Tejota, it's very much a vanilla extract kind of feeling. There's something a little different. Also, I feel like just people have been asking for this one more lately.
Yeah.
I don't know if someone talked about it online or
maybe,
there was something
but you're
like
right.
that.
People have been asking for it.
It has a little bit more of a depth, a little more complexity.
Yeah.
And I did feel like, maybe I'm, just wanting to believe, but I'm like, I swear there's a little floral in here on my skin and a little something else. And it just felt different. And I think it's really cozy. I think it's really comforting. I think it's sort of like a blanket of vanilla that envelops you when you wear this.
Does it last as long on skin as Tejota?
I don't know, because it's weird. Some people say Tejota doesn't last on them at all.
Oh, and other people say it lasts forever.
I know, it's very divisive.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember. I don't know. I've worn them both back and forth, and they last fine for me because that's not my go-to. That's not my thing. But I feel like it does. It did. It lasted long enough.
Yeah.
And also, I've just realized I really love Chavoy. I don't wear every single one of their fragrances. I haven't smelled all of their fragrances, but we're talking about Psychédélique and Fire at Will in the same podcast.
And La Liturgie des Heures.
And La Liturgie, and of course, and that's my number one from that brand. I mean, that's the one I've always loved.
Yeah.
In fact, I almost chose that
beautiful.
one, but we've talked about it before. So I was like, oh, do something different. And then I was like, oh, but Eau Sacrée is kind of newer to me. Yeah. But so.
And this is more going back to school episode. We'll do a full-on goth.
Oh yeah. We'll get there. Don't worry. We look forward to that, I think, the most.
We do, definitely.
But,
so pretty.
I just love Chavoy. I think they're so well done. I think they're just really, for people that appreciate a beautiful, well-crafted perfume, I think they're just
now that you say
really
all of that,
lovely.
I can smell the mimosa. I smell the florals.
See?
Yeah, that nice, cool springtime floral. Beautiful.
I know, right?
There are 2 perfumes left on this table.
Yes.
So let's discuss.
This was just like a last-minute kind of grab because I was like, well, Orgasmo, like Claire and I love Orgasmo.
Yeah.
We wear her. Actually, I think Emmy does too. We wear this one a lot in the fall and winter, and it's just a fun, playful Hildy Soliani that smells like amaretto to me, and it's just like sweet, boozy, almost syrupy almond extract kind of vibes, but it really does like kind of harken the beginning of a new season to me, and it just feels like what I want to wear. This to me is like sexy going out.
Yes.
And as sweet as it is when you first smell it, and it is sweet on skin. I do think it does warm and soften a little bit on you, and I don't find it. I think that's why I like it so much, because I thought I was going to get tired of it, and I don't tire of wearing this when I actually have it on.
It's so
I think it's
fun.
Really fun.
And this bottle is iconic.
Yeah. This is like going out to like. A show or like it's just fun and sexy.
It's so fun. Yeah.
I think it's really beautiful.
And a touch of the Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Because almond smells.
Sure.
Well, Play-Doh smells like almond.
Sure, yeah.
So when almond is very dominant in a fragrance, you might get a touch of Play-Doh, which is a great smell.
Absolutely.
I love the texture of it. This is Tales of Amber. First of all, what a beautiful bottle.
Yeah.
Is this like petrol blue?
Dark teal.
Yeah, the dark teal.
Yeah. Petrol blue, that sounds cool. I like that. Let's stick with yours.
This is very beautiful. I think the perfumer who did this is Suzy Delle, and I hope I got that right. But she did that amazing fragrance for the Frederick Malle Acne Studios collaboration.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Which is very, very dryer sheets, laundromat.
Yes, love it. It's great.
This is so chic. And I think it's because of the iris.
This is an amber?
Yeah, it's an amber, but I get a lot of iris in there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. A little spice.
And when I first tried this on, this is one of the longest lasting fragrances that I have ever put on my skin.
Oh, wow.
Like the next day, it was still very, very present. Yeah. But it goes through such a transformation because far into the dry down, you get into this really beautiful church incense and a little bit of whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Cool. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's very like rich and warm.
Definitely. Oh, there's a lot happening.
Is there a little spice in here?
I think so.
Do we know what spice it is?
I'm not sure which spice it is.
I'm not sure either.
It's interesting that they went with this dark teal blue when it's called amber.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe that's kind of an iris reference, this color.
And I would say that blue has a lot of yellow in it, not to get too nerdy, but but I do think it has like a warmth to the blue.
Definitely.
So. Yeah, beautiful.
This is beautiful. I love the black label. Just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a lot of fun. I feel like we're late to our first class. We need to get back to school.
I was always late to my first class. It's fine. It's whatever.
But we have to put something on.
Yes. Oh, God.
So I've already
pressure.
told everyone, so I have to stay true to my word. It's going to be Breathe from Akro.
I think you have to now.
Now, we'd love to hear from you. What is your back-to-school scent? And I mean that in a broad way. Like, what is the scent that you're choosing to kind of put your best foot forward? This is how I'm going to be starting now.
What's for your next chapter?
What's your next chapter? Love is coming.
Love is coming. Chapter 3? I don't know.
But please let us know. What is that scent?
Yes.
Dana, have you chosen?
I think, well, you told me I have to wear Psychédélique, so I
think...
No,
but then I changed my mind because you're very en pure descent.
It's a little warm today, so I think I'm going to stick with the first choice.
Psychédélique?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go a little patch. Just a hint, because you don't need a lot of this one.
No.
I found out. But I'm really I'm feeling the patchouli-ness of it all.
It really completes the picture of you right now.
Thank you. It's just really I find it very comforting. It's just like a really, for my patchouli lovers, you probably already have this. Yeah. But if you don't, you should at least smell it.
I love you in patchouli. I think it really suits you.
Thank you.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. For everyone listening and watching, thank you for hanging out with us. And tune in for more episodes of It's Just Perfume. We're going to speak to more people in the Scent Bar Lucky Scent family, also brand founders, different perfumers, all the incredibly interesting people behind the world of perfume. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.